especially when you are a sensitive person and
Mm-hmm.
then an empath, an empath is Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Shush, nanti I potong ni. Aku paksa aku potong panjang. Ketuk-ketuk pula. Okay, okay. So you are sensitive when someone is sensitive and is an empath. Welcome back to another episode of He with Refie Redzuan. Today's episode is a slightly different take from the usual episodes you hear from He. This episode is showcasing the behind the scenes of the recent conversation with guest Anfaal Nawawi and his producer and host Refie Redzuan, based from the previous Be Honest with Yourself episode's extended cut. Listen to what goes before, during, and after the conversation and discover what are the challenges making a podcast and the story that lies within the process of producing an episode.
Hello.
Hi. So it works on the laptop.
Yes, it works on
Okay.
top of
Okay.
the
Because
phone.
apparently you don't need an app anymore, and then you can just use the link. Lepas tu, put your name. Nah, macam tu.
Yes, it's so much easier this
It's so
way.
much easier, kan?
And it's so much more comfortable for me to
Yes.
talk from the laptop than from my phone
Yes.
because my phone is so old. It runs out of battery really fast.
Oh, okay, okay. Laptop, my new contract for a new guest, I just give him the link and most of them use on the laptop.
Yes,
Yeah.
excellent.
Okay, excellent,
Nice.
excellent. How ready are you?
Very excited and happy to be back to talk
Yes,
with you on this show in your
yes.
podcast. I think I've said this before, but I'm just really happy to see how far you've come with your
Good, good.
podcast.
And I
It's really
remember
cool.
mula-mula dulu I was panicked and I was, acting like chicken out. Thinking that, but then I started it anyway. You said go on and just do it, and I did it. And I think along the way I learned a lot,
Yes,
like
that
a lot.
sometimes that's the best way. You just jump
Yeah,
into the deep end and
yeah,
learn. And because you can never be 100% prepared. Although in my mind, I always want to be 100%, but
yes, yes,
100% prepared.
yes,
but
yes. But
but
somehow,
even though
yeah,
I know it's not always possible to do that.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay,
good for you.
now
Nice. Look at where we are now.
I know, and
And it's only
I,
been a couple of months since you
it's
started,
only
right?
become my, and this is my, I think, as of today, I have about 17 episode, 18 episodes.
Wow.
And then I was just, oh, you've been busy.
You have been busy.
And it's a good start for me. And I told her that it's good for my mental health. I mean,
Yes.
for now, I'm not doing it for money. No one
Yes.
will pay me anyway. But it's good to just, have this conversation. I have a circle of listeners that, very small, but then it's apa orang kata? It's just nice.
It's just
I
nice.
feel it's
Yeah.
enough. It's
Yeah,
good. So
exactly.
and it will grow from there. And then I see how far it has grown from there.
Yes, that's
So I
right.
think that first step is very important, and I believe it. I've always believed that. Um,
And the first step is also the hardest sometimes. When I go
yeah.
for a run, especially if the weather is not that nice
Hmm, hmm,
outside,
mm,
I always have another voice in my head saying, you know what, you can do it tomorrow. You don't have
mm,
to do it today.
yeah, yeah,
It's too cold, it's too gloomy.
yes.
But then when
Eh,
I'm done with the run, it's amazing.
it's amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you also like you're more kinder to yourself. Like it's okay to not be able to, not go for a run today because it's raining, and don't feel the pressure just because you couldn't do it today. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I missed one day. What am I gonna do with my life? Because you want it to be perfect, like 7 days a week,
Yeah,
seven
no, that's
times,
not
7 days a week.
possible.
Yeah, it's not. I used to be like that when I was going to the gym. Like when I missed a few days and then I
Mm-hmm.
get sick and I get sick thinking about like I missed one day because I
Yes.
couldn't do it, you know?
Yeah.
But now I think we're more kinder to ourselves and
Yes.
be like, oh, tak apa, tak pergi hari ni, it's okay. Tomorrow
Kan.
ada. And
Okay.
then tengoklah TV ke, drink tea, do
Kan.
whatever, anything.
Make the most out of
Yeah, yeah.
free time.
Life
Yeah.
is short.
Yeah.
Now, okay, are you ready to go?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah?
yes.
Okay.
I am ready.
Good. And we are going say live from 3, 2, 1. Hello, Anfal.
Hi, Refie.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm
Uh,
happy to be back to
yes.
speak to you.
Anfal returns to the show today, as he's exclusive guest to speak about be honest with yourself. And I haven't had you on the show specifically talking about you know. And I know the first two shows we started off as an icebreaker for you to kick off the show with an episode of Broke and Broken, and
Mm-hmm.
then you came on the next show as a guest host. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you have been in a lot of help in my journey throughout this podcast, and I've always wanted you to be a guest, an exclusive guest on the show to talk about um, be honest with yourself.
Well, thanks, Refi, for having me again. And I must say, even though with the different types of appearances on your podcast, I'm very
Yes,
happy to have been part of your journey
yes,
and to be able to
yes.
help.
And you did participate on the love campaign. Love is you and love is honesty. I think that went really well, and people were celebrating how well you did and what you said, and well put.
Thank you. Can you potong this part?
Can.
Okay, kita eh?
I boleh tarik tu, I boleh jadi macam bila dengar tu, dia macam curated.
Gitu.
Ah, tapi seksa sikit lah.
Kan?
Tapi
Paham, paham.
sejak I dah get this large audience, I have to do it. Dulu I biar je semua one conversation unfiltered and
Hmm,
unedited,
hmm.
unscripted. Sekarang kena because takut jadi isu ke, macam especially
Uh-uh.
ada kena mengenai dengan undang-undang.
Yes, yes. And your audience dah betah
Yeah.
pun. Okay, hello,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
back. Sorry
Now,
about that.
tak apa.
There's something going on at my house. So I had to
Okay.
just quickly run.
Sesuai lah. I think I pun dah masa I tengah explain aku macam apa aku nak cakap ni. Aku potong je lah.
Kan, nasib baik boleh potong.
Dia
Nasib baik
dia
boleh
tak
sunat.
dia boleh potong lepas tu kan
Ah.
gabungan suara dia boleh jadi cantik. Macam konon-konon
Ah.
dia macam
Macam kurang
konon-konon
tak potong.
macam konon-konon tak potong.
Kan? Tahu sebab I listen to our past recordings pun I macam, "Hey,
Kan? Eh?
where did this go? Bila masa
Betul betul
kita
betul.
kita terus
Ah,
sambung kat sini?" Okay, tapi
ada.
so far kita punya conversation okay ke? Dia macam
So far
berputar-putar?
tak ada. Okay. So far yang
Okay.
berputar-putar bila start Ryan merepek, I lupa apa nak cakap.
Pada I pun masa awal-awal tu, masa you cakap the first question, kita boleh tiba-tiba retro kejap.
Boleh,
Masa
boleh.
the first question, I macam, oh, I nak relate back to how the
Ah,
journey I nak figure this out. Tapi aku macam, aku merapu ke ni? Dah panjang
tak.
sangat ke? But anyway, where were we?
Question 3, lepas tu you kata that's okay. It's also very powerful thing for people to say to you.
How can you start to love someone else if you're in a
Yes.
constant state
Yeah.
of anxiety? Ni I tambah last minute sebelum kita
Boleh.
call tadi.
Boleh,
And
tak
then
apa.
blah
You
blah
want to
blah.
tambah, you cakap habiskan untuk yang soalan
Eh,
3 ni, lepas tu you masuk question 4 untuk
Tapi I rasa I dah habis soalan
dah
3.
habis.
So,
Okey dah,
I
boleh
rasa
lah.
soalan 4, tapi
Okey.
actually I nak tanya you.
Boleh.
Like, tapi what was the last thing kita cakap?
Kita
Sebab you ada
cakap.
cakap something tapi I dah start
Okay,
terganggu.
I cakap I ganggu. Oh, masa tu you tengah cakap, therapist you cakap you sensitif apa semua. Lepas tu you nak tak boleh cakap no. So benda tu in the past you rasa macam benda tu buat you upset tapi you tak tahu
Mm,
macam mana you
And then
Mm-mm,
ni apa,
mm-mm.
um, also macam figuring out, every people have their different stage. Macam some
Mm-mm.
people figure things out earlier.
Mm-mm.
Some
Yes,
people
yes,
they
yeah.
figure things out earlier, and some
Earlier,
people
yes, yes.
figure out things later,
Later,
and that's
yeah.
okay.
That's okay. That's
Yep.
okay, yes.
Okay. And
Okay.
oh, okay. Then I nak sambung. I want to say that's okay is a very powerful thing for you to
Yes.
say. Other than if it bugs you, it bugs you.
It bugs you, yes.
Okay.
Itu pun you
Okay.
cakap.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
yeah.
Right. Right. Okay. I'm
Okay,
gonna go back to that. Okay. Okay.
okay, okay.
So
Buat sound effects sendiri. Okay, yes. Sebab senang nak ingat nanti bila potong.
Oh, okay. 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 Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Poot.
Toot. Gitu. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Poot, poot.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Now. Mm-mm.
So toot. But Refi, I'm curious about you.
Yes.
I I'm wondering, like, why do you think that we are dishonest sometimes, and or the reasons that we aren't?
Um, I think being dishonest is hard is because sometimes there's a subject of respect. Like, you know, when
Mm-hmm.
I say that by meaning you may not have to claim yourself something that is, unacceptable by the society. I
Right.
don't think we are dishonest to ourselves or to the community. Sometimes we just can't kiss and tell.
All right. Kiss and
You know what
tell.
I
Yeah.
mean? You
Yeah. Yeah.
can't because then you would hurt your family, your religion, your country, the world, maybe, just because you want to be who you are. So I don't think there's a lot of case people hard uh, to be honest with themselves. I think it's also the issue surrounding us. And especially now, people are more open towards something.
Yeah.
Like for me, I can be myself to a certain degree, but I can't go beyond that. If I do, now that I'm married, I have my in-laws, I have my relatives that, hey, you are married now, like, you still want to behave like that? But then again, I am being myself. But then being yourself doesn't necessarily mean it's good. So that's why I think it's hard. And when you say it's hard, it's because you want to keep that. You want to keep some form of boundaries. Like there's like to a certain degree, you know?
Right. Yep.
That's why it's hard. And I think it's okay if you're not ready, if you have to put that barrier, as if you want to respect your family or anybody, it's okay. And just know that where you have to put a certain degree of apa, of honesty. Like
Yep.
to you, I can be honest up to 350,000%.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And to God, I can be even more honest with God because God knows everything. But I can't be honest to my next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? You
Yep.
know? And
Yep.
it's okay. So,
Yep.
and
It's okay.
and I know what you want to talk about here is finding being honest yourself. It's to yourself, in you, within you,
Yes.
you
And
as a person, right?
you as a
Then,
person.
yeah, then from there on, like when you manifest that to yourself and then other people, you would then attract that back to you. That's what
Yeah.
I think. That's what I think. First, why it's hard, say in a workplace that doesn't, want you to be who you are. Then you are in the wrong place
Yes.
to
You re-
begin with. You know?
unless you think that I actually want to try and fulfill this
Yes,
expectation, then that's
yes,
also fine, because
yes,
yeah, you do what works for
yeah.
you.
And in my marriage, for example, I mean, if I couldn't be myself, this is where I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this allowed me to be myself and then accept certain things that I couldn't do anymore and that I have to come to a point where this is the limit now. And it's not something that I know for sure. I was, dishonest with myself. I was very honest about it. And then I have to let, people that are close with me about it. and it wasn't hard for me in the beginning. But why is it hard for other people? I understand why it's hard, because like I said, there's cultural influence, there's
Mhm.
religion influence, there's the
Mhm.
society, there's the community, there's the country, as a whole. So it's okay to take that time and learn that it's going to be hard for you sometimes,
Yes.
and then eventually you will find it. When the time comes, then it will just fall into place.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you
Yeah,
said, when the time comes, it will fall into
it'll
place,
fall
and
into place.
it's all a part of the journey anyway. There's no such thing
There's no
as
such thing.
um having stuff figured out, which
Yeah,
sometimes in my mind I want to achieve. I want to have everything figured out, but there is no such thing as
there's no
having
such thing.
everything figured
Yeah.
out. Not life would be
Mm,
pretty boring, I think, because
exactly.
yeah, there's nothing to figure out.
And it's hard for some people because they may go through certain type of traumas. Like I
Mhm.
said, for some people go through, being raped in the past,
Mhm.
or, being having someone they love being murdered
Yeah,
and
that.
something like that. And it is a journey for them, but it's not my place to tell them that it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, indeed.
Because I don't know what kind of suffering they had to go through. They may not be able to find an acceptance the way that I did,
Yes.
because I was able to be honest. But at some point, my life has turned it around now that I find it hard to be honest sometimes. Sometimes instead of lying, I have to practice this, not kiss and tell, just don't say it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And being in the subject of being honest with yourself
Mhm.
is like, for me, as long as you know within you, that's good enough.
Yes.
I think that is super,
Yes.
to acknowledge that within you, in yourself. So then you ask yourself the hard question. I know I'm being honest with myself, and if you are saying something otherwise to other people, then you're lying. Then just say nothing.
Yep.
you know unless you come to a point where you are ready to tell something, and then bear in mind that when you are honest with yourself and to someone else, bear in mind that the consequences will come. Like
Yep.
there will be a breakup, there will be some fighting, some disagreement. But you have to know that when you're ready to do that, tell the whole world that that's what it is. Bear in mind that there will be consequences ahead of you, be it
Yes.
good or bad. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
So
Yep.
just know where to put yourself. Just we know the radar. What's the radar like? If
Yep.
you
Yep.
if it doesn't bug you, if it bugs you, when it's time, it's time. Like when I told my mom something 15 years ago. And then
Yes.
I was so glad that I cleared it out on my chest. And she said, "Yeah, I know." So, and she's like, instead of being so defensive about it, I was lucky at the same time. I mean, I had a mother who was very understanding and a father who loved me for who I am.
Yes.
But I know some
Definitely.
other people may not have the same privilege that I had. So they had to
Yeah,
go through
indeed.
harder way.
Yes, indeed. And
And
it's
so
all different, of course. Like we said earlier, it's all different for everybody. So
different
that's
for
why
everybody.
there is no
Indeed.
one answer for
No,
um,
there's no right or wrong
what
answer
works.
to it. Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
yes.
It's
And
all about
then,
part of the journey of figuring out what works for you. And in that journey, one thing you can do is just try to be as honest as
yes,
yourself as you can. And whatever you do with with
yes,
what you figure out, with that the answers to those honest questions, that's also
yes,
up to you.
yes. And Anfal, I must say it here that
Hmm.
it's easy for me to say something out loud,
Hmm.
but it isn't for others.
Yes.
And don't see this as someone that, or it's okay for Rafi to do it and say it, and it's not okay. It's not about making you have to tell the whole world about who you are. No, it's
No.
it's it's your journey. It's finding your ways how to do it. I always repeat this. You know your own, you know path of what ways works for you. So
You
don't be
know,
pressured. Don't be pressured by this, by this initiative. What I'm trying to project here, it isn't
yes.
about, spill everything out.
No, no,
No,
yeah.
yeah. So, that is very important to know that that's my whether what works for me, and then it
Yes.
may work for you, but you got to tune it. You got to tune it to your own unique way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Um,
be yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today.
you're welcome, Refi. It's lovely being on your show, and thank you for having me and um, you know, and listening to what I have to say and all these things.
Yeah, thank you.
Very not nicely said.
Nice to say.
Sometimes,
Oh,
sometimes that
okay,
happens. My brain
okay.
farts a bit.
No, okay lah, habis dah.
Okay,
So
okay.
I rasa
Whew.
conversation ni I buat special episode two parts.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I rasa macam the whole 60 minutes ni macam semua best.
Tapi ada I think about 10 minutes kot yang kita duk bincang
Bising-bising.
benda lain. Ah, kita
Oh, okay, okay.
kita
Tengoklah macam mana.
terganggu jap. Ha.
Uh,
Okay, good luck with the editing. That's going to be a bit
good
of
luck with it.
editing.
Paling teruk edit si Nadi tu.
Oh, ya
Bukan
ke?
bukan sebab dia cakap ke apa, sebab conversation I dengan dia, connection dia ke, I tak tahu. Macam tu.
Oh, ya, ya, ya. I
So I
remember
kena
that happened.
potong sampai jadi 23 part
Ah, ya,
sambungan.
ya, ya. Wow,
Aduh,
banyak tu.
susah sampai kena ada pen and paper. Which
Tapi
minute it stop, kat minit berapa dia
ah,
berhenti, minit berapa I kena sambung. Lepas tu bila dia sambung, aku dah dengar balik, dengar sambungan ayat tu dia smooth ke atau tidak.
I
Kalau
see.
ada
Wow.
macam, Anfal, how are you? Apa gila? Macam tu. Tak boleh.
Tapi I
So,
dengar semalam, dengar smooth tau. I dengar sambil lari semalam.
smooth kan? Sebab
Ah,
memang terpaksa potong lah. Ada 10 minutes jugalah conversation dia yang best I terpaksa cut because rosak.
alah sayang.
Tapi bila dengar jadi satu cerita yang sangat
Ah,
formal lah. Dia tak ada
ah,
banyak banyak gelak. I think today our conversation pun quite formal and very deep. Ada gelak sikit-sikit tapi it's very deep. Like a very quality conversation. Because I
yeah.
think we all came prepared this time.
Yes, yes, yes.
Kan? And then
We're more prepared, and kita ada idea of where is it we're trying to go
yes.
without following a script. I macam sometimes when I read my script, I jadi jam tau. Otak I jadi jam macam, huh, what am I reading?
Tapi I boleh bila you bercakap tadi, I boleh follow apa skrip you tulis tu, you campur-campur. You add in between something in between. Tapi
Ah,
I boleh tahu you tak lari daripada
ya, ya,
scope
ya.
tu, you tak lari. So I
Ah,
senang masuk ke the second question. And then
okay.
you're the first one to share this notepad with me yang sama-sama ada cloud punya notepad yang
Senang kan?
senang. So
Yes,
it's very good practice that I think I want to follow.
yes,
Lalu
yes.
hantar kat WhatsApp je, lepas tu salah, I kena resend balik, rephrase ayat-ayat tu. Ini tak
Sebab
payah, edit situ je.
edit situ je senang,
Dia
update.
update
Dua-dua
situ.
boleh edit kat situ.
Jangan
Mm.
terletak gambar bogel sudah lah kat dalam tu. Kan boleh take foto, choose foto kan. Dalam cloud bahaya. Lepas tu you nak buka ni, okay, you nak pergi club, bukan nak pergi club, nak pergi office, nak buka note tu, terbuka, apa ni?
Tiba-tiba tengah cakap dengar senyap kejap kan. Oh, mesti jumpa gambar bogel.
Tengah cakap, so what the question two? And tak pun cakap benda kotor. How do we fuck ourselves?
Tiba-tiba balls.
Baik bukan live kan, kalau live mampus.
Aduh, nasib baik bukan.
Aduh, nasib baik. Okay, Kak
Seronok.
Anfal,
Okay,
seronok.
alright.
Thank you, okay? Thank you so
Alright,
much.
thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
and then alright, I look
Nanti,
forward to
ah,
hearing what comes out of it. And
okay.
kalau ada anything you need from me, just let me know.
Ada, nanti I will message you lah. I think most likely the images, and kalau you nak buat macam Nadi Rahman punya video coming soon, ada video you nak lari-lari ke, drama-drama ke, I boleh lah. Kalau you nak.
Wow. Okay, okay.
Tapi ada you can share. Tapi kalau tak ada, I will message you when it comes to that nanti.
Okay.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you. Take care,
Okay. All
okay?
right. Thanks. You
All right.
too.
Good night.
Okay. Bye. Good
Bye.
night.
Good
Bye.
night. Bye. Thanks for listening to He with Refie Redzuan podcast. New episode airs every Thursday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to follow He Podcast on Instagram for all the updates and behind the scenes. Please subscribe, rate, review, and comment. Once again, thank you for listening to He with Refie Redzuan.